Our pet-loving viewers have been sending in plenty of questions, hello, for our resident veterinarian, CBS News correspondent, Dr. Debbye Turner Bell.
Hi, Erica.
Sorry,
nice
Debbie.
to meet you.
Nice to meet you, too. So this morning you are here with your advice to help out a number of our viewers, which we always love when you're here, and of course when we can help people do this. You reached out on Facebook. Boy, what a response.
We got a huge response, a lot of different questions, and so hopefully we'll get through a number of them, and they will be of benefit to a lot of our viewers.
So the first one we're going to start with, we talked a little bit about what to feed your pets before the break, before 8:30. This is really interesting for people, especially who are looking to change their pets' diets, make it a little bit more interesting. And this is, I want to make sure I have the names right here. Sent in from Facebook, this is Violet, who has a question from Chicago.
Okay.
My small dogs are on a raw, grain-free diet. Are there any nutritional risks that I should keep an eye out for, such as getting too much protein?
I really love this question because feeding raw food is a trend now amongst companion pets. Race dogs and sled dogs, they've been doing that for years and years and years. There are some concerns that veterinarians have about feeding a raw food diet. First of all, the public health concern. There is the risk of disease from E. coli or Salmonella or Campylobacter, some of the diseases that can be on the meat. And if you don't handle it properly, wash the area, wash your hands, don't let it sit out too long, then it could be a risk to your health as well as your pet's health.
You know, I just want to touch on that for 1 second because I've always thought that it wasn't a big deal if my dog, you know, if there's some raw chicken as I'm cutting it that falls on the floor, it's not a big deal if Jake eats it because it's okay for dogs. Not true.
No, I wouldn't necessarily say so. Now, cats and dogs do have more acid in their stomach than we do. Food tends to move through their GI tract faster than it does through ours, and so they're less affected by some bacteria. However, I wouldn't really recommend it without close supervision with a veterinary nutritionist.
All right, and it's good for their diet to be balanced as well.
Dogs are omnivores just like us. They need fruits, vegetables, grains, and meat. So just feeding a pure meat diet is not good for a dog.
So there you go.
There you
question
go.
answered. Yes. Up next, a question that a lot of people have had, I think, over the years when we talk about age of pets. Dog age, we always hear multiply your age, multiply their age by 7. That's how old they really are.
Yes.
How do you compare a cat's equivalent?
A lot of people think that you just multiply the dog's age by 7 and that's the equivalent in human years. However, that does not hold true for every breed because different breeds live different lengths of time. A small dog like you have right here, this is Della, who is a 1 or 2 year old Chihuahua, is going to live 15, maybe even 20 years if she's well cared for. A Great Dane, a Bernese Mountain Dog, the big dogs, Irish Wolfhounds, they live 5 to 7 years. So you can't just do that 7 multiplier. It doesn't apply for every dog. Most cats live about 15 years, up to 20 if you keep them very healthy.
And is there an equivalent? If my cat is 10, does that mean she's 70, or no?
No, not necessarily. Again, it depends on the cat, but it's more important to know their life expectancy as opposed to what the equivalent is in human years.
Okay, we are exploring all of our technological options this morning, so up next we have a question via Skype.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, is this Renee?
Hi. This is, how are you?
Renee, I'm doing great. What's your question?
Well, my question is, I have a cute 1-year-old Yorkie named Tucker, and he is a complete angel when we're together, but when we're apart, he suffers from separation anxiety, and he is a terror.
Yeah, separation anxiety is a big problem with a lot of pet owners, particularly dog owners. Now, this is the one thing that I will tell you. Make sure that the Yorkie has something to do while you're gone. Treat puzzles, food puzzles are a very, very good idea. Like Kongs that you put peanut butter in, or the other puzzles where you can put food in, and the dog has to work at getting to the food. It gives them something to do. I would also recommend sleep in a t-shirt or put a towel in your bed so that it gets your scent on it. Leave that out while you're gone, and the scent of you sometimes will calm the animal down. There is a long series of steps that you can go through to help desensitize your dog. Go to our website, Renee, afterwards, and I put those steps on our website for what you can do to reduce the anxiety before you leave the house. But the treat puzzles and sleeping with a t-shirt and leaving that out hopefully will help a little bit.
Sounds great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'm getting a little extra love here this morning. For our next question, I think our next question is coming to us from the Bay Area. I believe it's Lucy, who just moved, and her cats are having a little tough time adjusting.
Okay, let's listen.
So I recently moved to San Francisco, and I have 2 cats, and I'm wondering, they seem to be having kind of a hard time adjusting to the new house. I was wondering what I can do to help the adjustment be easier for them.
It's a really, really, really great question. I actually went through this when I had 2 cats and moved. The first thing to do is restrict the amount of space that the cats have access to. We have Debbye here, who is from the Humane Society of New York. By the way, all of the animals that you see here on the set are available for adoption so for our New York viewers. But you want to start off with just one room. Put the cats in your bedroom or some room where you frequent a lot. Make sure you put their favorite things in there, the toys, litter box, food, all of that. Again, a t-shirt that you've slept in. Let them get used to that one room and then slowly give them access to more areas of the house. That way it won't seem quite so overwhelming. And also it decreases the chance of the scared cat escaping out the front door.
Which we don't want.
No, and then they're out in the new neighborhood in a new town and all afraid.
Great advice. Really quickly, I think we have one more question from Ashley.
Okay.
Oh, sweetie, we're almost
well, I have a pet guinea pig. His name is Morty. He's about a year old. And besides the hay and the pellets, I try to give him snacks such as like fresh fruit and vegetables every day. And I just wasn't sure how much is too much.
Again, a great question. The diet of all of our pocket pets, including guinea pigs, we have a 5-month-old, Eeyore, right here, that their dietary needs are very specific. It's important to give a high-quality grass hay, like Timothy grass, and then a cup of vegetables, green leafy vegetables, once a day, and then only treat with fruit a couple times a week. Because you don't want them to get fat, too much sugar in the fruit to give them too much.
There you go. Great advice as always, Dr. Debbye Turner Bell. I don't know why I'm having a tough time this morning. Thanks.